to Team SNG. Deck profile. Test hands. Ban list. Oh, that's right. Just welcome to Team SNG, guys. Today, I'm going to announce something I have been dying to announce for 2 years. And I'm announcing it because we have made it to 100 subscribers, guys. And that's great. By no means am I saying I'm happy at 100. Let's get to 5. Let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 2,000. Let's just keep climbing, guys, and let's do it together. What we're going to talk about today is a few things. The first thing we're going to talk about is the channel's history, why we were founded. The second is what we're actually here to announce. And the third will be a change that we are making to the channel's upload schedule. Before I get too far into this, I'd like to ask you, leave us a like, leave us a comment, and do help us get to that 500, 1,000, 2,000. Leave us a subscribe. Check out Team's Facebook page. Link to that will be also in the description down below. So, this channel was actually founded 2 years ago. We launched one, but we were founded 2 years ago. And that's because I went to YCS London 2018 and I took this deck with me. In that tin is Red Dragon Archfiend Junk Speeder Turbo. And what the deck does is basically turbo out a big boss monster. That's it. Nothing too special. And back then, certainly not a meta contender. I went to the tournament and I thought to myself, I'm going to go 2-6. Maybe I'll go 1-7. I actually ended up going 4-4. And I was really proud of that. I thought I'd done a really good job with that. And I headed home from that tournament thinking to myself, this did really well. And nobody's going to talk about it. That was upsetting to me. And it's just because that's the nature of Yuki-tubing. The Yuki-tubing community tends to talk about the top deck, the top 5, and that's it. But there's so many other decks out there. And I came up with the idea that I wanted to design a channel that featured everything. From Ojama to Rogue. Every now and then features some meta stuff, but frankly, the place where the channel reigns supreme is Ojama to Rogue. And I designed a channel with that in mind. And a year later, we launched with an Ojama deck profile. And a week after that, I went to YCS London 2019 with this playmat. And I walked away from that YCS with 6 subscribers. And that's where the channel really started. But the channel was never founded to just feature decks that I designed and that I wanted to talk about. It was designed with the intention to feature you, the viewer, with the opportunity to have their deck featured here. It took a year to figure out how I was going to do it, but now I've figured it out. The way that I'm intending to do this will be to use Patreon. Everyone uses it these days. It helps them run the channels that they want to run. And it'll help me run the channel that I want to run for you. And that's what we're here to announce. Now that we have 100 subscribers and a bit of a following, we are going to announce our Patreon. Our Patreon will consist of 4 tiers. The first tier is going to be a tier for people who want to be part of the channel, but maybe don't want to be upfront about it. And that's cool. At the first tier, you will get your name on the channel description, thanking you for your support. And you will also get your name on the channel's Facebook page, thanking you for your support. The second tier will get you your name on the channel and your thank you on the Facebook page. But it will also get your name in a video once a month. The third tier, and this is the tier that most excites me. This is the tier which gets you directly involved with the channel, with the content on the channel. You will get your name on the Facebook page, your name on the channel description, your name in a video once a month, and once a month you can submit a deck list to the channel, which will be vetted to make sure that it is ban list legal And if it is, you will enter a draw to have your deck profile featured on this channel. By the 15th of the month, you can submit your deck list. And if your deck list is picked at random out of a hat, we will organize a Google Hangout or a Skype call to talk about your deck. And I will do the editing to put your deck's artwork and your pictures of your cards and all of those, all the graphics will come in and out. And I'll do all the editing for that so that your deck gets featured in a professional manner on this channel right here. There will be 2 Patreon profiles a month, and you could have either of those slots, and all it takes is submitting a deck list to the channel. In the 4th tier, you get everything, yet again. But if you submit a deck list to the channel, your name will go into the hat not once, but twice. And on top of that, you'll be able to show off that you are a member of Team SNG with your very own SNG Field Center. And that's it. It's not a complicated Patreon. We're trying to keep it as simple as we can right now. That being said, we do have intentions of where the channel will go and where the Patreon will go. Once we reach £50 a month, the amount of Patreon profiles we will do a month will go from 2 to 4, doubling your chances to be featured on the channel. Once we reach £100 a month, we will be opening an additional tier, which will allow you to get a playmat similar to this. And that's currently where we're at. We do have other goals that we are internally working on, and there is stuff that we will be announcing as the Patreon grows. But for now, it's these 4 tiers and those 2 goals. Finally, I want to talk about our schedule. Obviously, with Patreon profiles needing to get some time in the schedule, we've decided we need to structure ourselves a bit better. So, starting December 2020, we will be having a 4-week rotation. The first week will be a deck profile and test hands, as we're currently doing. The second week will be Patreon profiles. There will be 2 of them, so there's your 2 slots, guys. If we don't have any Patreon profiles, nobody submitted deck profiles to the channel, we will be doing a pack opening. On the 3rd week, we will be doing a live duel, and during these trying times, they will be a remote duel. They will be featuring decks that are currently on the channel that you can find, much like the Team SNG Championship Series that we've done previously. Link to the first round is in the description down below, and I highly recommend going and checking out the tournament. It was a lot of fun. The 4th week, we will be doing a pack opening if we had Patreon profiles. If we didn't, and we did our pack opening in the 2nd week, then we will be doing a Learn to Play series featuring one of my friends who has never learned to play the game. And the series can definitely be used as a way to help you teach friends of yours that have never learned to play the game that we all love. With all that being said, guys, I'd like to thank you for your time. I'd like to thank you for watching this. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning about where the channel came from. And I look forward to having you on the channel. The Patreon link down in the description below. The Facebook link down in the description below. I'd like to thank you one last time for watching. Do leave us a like, leave us a comment, leave us a subscribe. And I'll see you guys at the next video.